you for watching the 4 ways to invest in the stock market and why you should avoid 2 of them. All right, there's only really 2 smart ways to be able to do it, in my opinion, as you're getting started. Now, later on, you can do number 3 and number 4, but as you get started, this is what I'm going to recommend that you do. Now, there's 4 ways to be able to do that. There's 4 major ways that you can invest. Okay, so there's number 1 is to pick and choose. Pick and choose. I want all of you to get it out a piece of paper, and I want you to doodle this. So number 1 is to pick and choose. Right now, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of stock that you can invest in. And everybody has a strategy. Everybody has a reason why they do it. But you can pick and choose all the different ones you want to do. That's number 1. Number 2 is what we call a mutual fund. And a mutual fund, they still have access to all those stocks. The difference is that you're going to pay a professional, you're going to pay someone a fee, a management fee of between 1 to 2% to manage that piece. And they're going to pick and choose these for you. They're going to pick those. They're going to pick these, and they're going to actively manage it. When you pick and choose, you say, I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I'm going to buy here. I'm going to buy there. But you pick. You are the one that picks. So that's number 1, is to pick and choose. Number 2 is to do the mutual fund route. Number 3 is what we call the index. And the index is the same thing, but instead of picking and choosing, they just take all of them. They just take all of them. The S&P is the 500 largest companies in America. They're the biggest ones that are global. They're all over the world. And an index, they're not making decisions. They're just saying, hey, the biggest 500 companies in the world, we're going to put those into an index. When you invest, you take a little bit of money and we're investing that into the S&P 500. You're not picking and choosing, and nobody's managing it because there's nothing to manage. We're just taking the 500 biggest ones. The nice part about it is that the fee is low. It's like 0.5%. It's way lower than it is over here. Now, my favorite is Berkshire Hathaway. Now, the difference in Berkshire Hathaway, and we're going to go into in great detail in the next section, is that Berkshire Hathaway is a massive insurance company. That's how it started, as an insurance company. And they collect all kinds of premiums for cars and homes and stuff like that. And then they take that money and they use it to invest. Okay? Because they don't have a car accident if you have car insurance and you're paying on your car on a monthly basis, well, you don't have an accident every month. You have one every 3 or 4 years. So they're taking all that money and they're holding it and investing with it. But the thing I like about Berkshire Hathaway is that they own businesses, and they own all kinds of businesses, and they own all kinds of stock. And I'm going to go through that in just a second. But they are picking and choosing for us, but they're, as a big insurance company, they have all kinds of cash. And when things are bad in the marketplace, that's where they buy. They love to buy. Buffett loves it when there's problems in the marketplace. He loves chaos. He loves it because that's when he's buying great, great companies. He buys great companies at a fair price. And to him, a fair price is a great deal. Now, the best part about that is the fee is basically 0. There's really not a cost. You can buy $1 million worth of Berkshire stock, and the commission is almost nothing. Okay. Now, the reason that I like these 4 ways and why we only do number 4. When you're getting started, you're only going to do number 4. I don't want you thinking about loan versus own. I don't want you thinking about bonds. The only thing I want you to do is to put it into Berkshire Hathaway. The money I give you, your money, you can do whatever you want with it, but the money I give you, I want it all to go into Berkshire Hathaway. Now, over time, Berkshire Hathaway has performed better than the S&P 500. That has done better than mutual funds, that has done better than pick and choosing. Okay. So over time, over a 10-year period of time, 20-year period of time, this one has done the best. And one of the reasons for that is because there's no cost. The problem with this one is you're buying when you shouldn't, you're selling when you shouldn't, you don't know which way it's going, and it's taking your time. You can use your time or use your money, but don't have it suck up both of those. And so this one here is not very good. So over time, Berkshire has outperformed the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 has outperformed the mutual funds. Here's the problem. If you made a 6% return and they took 2% of that, your net is only 4%. Okay. So if you did that one, if you did that and it was 6% and they took 2% as cost, your net's only 4%. That's a huge amount of number. Because of that, the vast majority of mutual funds, and I'm talking 80 to 90%, do not outperform the S&P 500. This one, if you made that same 6% minus 0.5, your net's 5.5%. You're so much further ahead. Now you're only thinking, well, that's only 1% or 2%. Well, that's a huge percentage over time. And then, of course, this one, if you made the same 6%, you got zero cost, you're making a 6%. So the first thing is you look at the fees that are being charged, because there is no fee to buy Berkshire Hathaway. It's basically a stock. Okay. So as a result, this one is number one. And it outperforms number two. And then I'm going to tell you, don't do these. These are the two I'm going to tell you to avoid. Now, later on, when you got a money or you got a 401k and somebody's giving you money and they've got a plan, then take it and use that. But when you're getting started, these are the only two I would consider. And if you're going to use my money, this is the only one you're going to put it into. Now, you can do whatever you want with your money, but with my money, you're going to buy Berkshire Hathaway, and that's it. So those are the 4 ways that you can do it. And we're going to come back and we're going to get into great detail on about Berkshire Hathaway and why I like it so much. Those are the 4 ways. We're not going to pick and choose. We're not going to buy mutual funds unless somebody's got it into a retirement account. We're really not going to buy the S&P 500. We're just going to buy Berkshire. That's the only thing we're going to do. And then later on with your own money, if you want to buy a little bit of index, you can, but that's the one we're going to do. Okay. All right. So that's our class right here. To make it simple. Now, remember, everybody wants your money. You know, as you listen to the marketplace, why is it so confusing in the marketplace? Because everybody wants your money. Everybody's trying to take your money. All right. Now, they tell you that you can make a lot of money by picking and choosing. Why? Because they're charging you a commission. There's a cost to buy it and there's a cost to sell it. And there's a spread. There's a difference in there. Somebody's making a buck on you. If you don't know how they're making money on you, then you're in trouble. You've got to figure out how they're making money on you. So the way picking and choosing, there's a commission and a spread. Number 2, a mutual fund. They're going to charge you between 1% and 2%, and you're going to have to dig into the small print to learn how much it is that they're taking out of your pocket. They're all going to take money out of your pocket. You got to figure out why. Why do mutual funds advertise that they're going to make you all this money? And they're very careful what they say. We're going to make you all this money because they're taking money from you. They're making money on you. Even the indexes, the big indexes, they're going to advertise that they're going to outperform everybody else, and they will outperform mutual funds. And they make a small override. The only one that's really not making an override is Berkshire Hathaway. And the reason we like Berkshire Hathaway is it's a big stock, and Buffett has taken all of that. They've been around for almost 60 years. And the money that company has just continued to grow. And the big part is that because there's no fees in it, you'll do better there than the other ones. Okay. So hang on. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk about why you're going to buy Berkshire Hathaway. And I'm going to tell you more information than you want to know. Okay.